Hi, I'm licensed debt adjuster Damian Falcone. In this video, we will discuss something that can happen every time a debt is negotiated. This is commonly referred to as tax on a forgiven debt or discharge of indebtedness. This is Get Settled, your source for consumer debt settlement information. As always, for even more information, go to www.nceds.org. The IRS views money received as income. In the situation where the money received is from a bank for a home loan or in the form of credit card purchases, the taxable effect of the income is canceled when you repay the loan or credit card. If you never repay the loan or credit card in their entirety, the IRS views the amount you didn't repay as income and taxes it accordingly. The process normally goes something like this. A debt is forgiven and a discharge of indebtedness occurs. The lender is required to report the discharge of indebtedness income to the IRS on Form 1099-C and to the borrower. The lender should not and need not report forgiven past due interest and fees as discharge of indebtedness income, but some lenders do. In the event the lender does include amounts other than principal, you should attach a statement to the tax return explaining the difference between the 1099-C supplied by the lender and the correct calculation. The lender may also incorrectly report the entire debt is forgiven. In many cases, taxpayers may exclude the discharge of indebtedness income from their taxable income. These are 4 situations where you would be exempt from the tax. 1. The insolvency exclusion. The insolvency exclusion applies when the homeowner's liabilities exceeded assets at the time the debt is forgiven. Lower income homeowners and those with high debt loads are likely to be more insolvent at the time indebtedness is forgiven. For example, if you have assets valued at $100,000 and liabilities of $200,000, you are insolvent in the amount of $100,000 and would not have to pay tax on the first $100,000 forgiven. 2. Forgiven interest and fees. Interest and fees are not income and consequently are not taxable. 3. The bankruptcy exclusion. In the event you file for bankruptcy protection, you should check with your attorney, but it is very likely this will prevent you from having to pay this tax. And 4. Purchase fraud or disputed debt exclusion. In the event a purchase is deemed fraudulent or a debt is disputed as valid, you can be exempt from paying this tax. If you qualify under one of these 4 exemptions, you should file Form 982 with Form 1040 and attach a detailed explanation of why the income is excluded. Normally, the IRS will audit people who they receive a 1099-C for without receiving anything from the borrower. So be sure to file a Form 982 with your 1040. So in summation, everyone who negotiates a debt or has any portion of a debt forgiven should receive a 1099-C form. It is possible to avoid the tax associated with a forgiven debt by qualifying for one or more of the 4 exemptions listed above. If you think you qualify, you should include Form 982 with a detailed explanation with your 1040 form to the IRS. In our next episode, we will discuss evaluating debt settlement companies. Until then, I'm Damian Falcone, and this is Get Settled.